Alright, hello again, friends. So just a quick note for the sub. This is the same article for 6th grade and 7th grade, the articles of the week. There's no grade level distinction because, and coming back to students and for the teacher in the room, articles of the week, they're designed to help you learn and develop background knowledge about the world around you. Not necessarily something where we're analyzing the text, not deeply anyway, not like we do with other texts, like you did with the previous video. There's a digital copy of this text here in Google Classroom, but there should also be a paper copy in the classroom that you can look at. So for each article, we talked about this some last week, you're going to close read the article. So we're going to see some highlighting, underlining, annotating. Write a brief half-page response, roughly 1 to 2 paragraphs. And then at the bottom of each article, you're going to find some possible questions to guide you, but you do not have to answer those specific questions. You will turn in your response on Friday each week, either in Google Classroom or on notebook paper. Now this will be something that you turn in on paper, so don't write it in your writer's notebook because we generally don't like to tear anything out of that. So if you need a piece of paper, you can get some out of the printer. I've got some notebook paper in the classroom on that back bookshelf, and your teacher that's there with you can grab that for you. You may use the attached blank Google Doc. Okay, so yours will look slightly different, but I think this will normally be kind of up in the corner. There'll be a blank Google Doc that has your name on it, and you can write your response there. You can use, yeah, okay, sorry I said that. Alright, so here's your article, and I already did some, a little bit of modeling of the kind of thinking that we're doing. So first thing I said, mark some confusion. So as you're reading through it, one of the things that confused me, and you'll see this once you read in the text, is that the drone pilot exam doesn't test the student's ability to fly drones. I found that kind of confusing. You would think that that would be something that would be part of the test, but it's not. Maybe that doesn't confuse you, but I thought it was interesting. One of the things that I did find interesting, though, was that it permits them to fly any non-recreational purpose with this exam, and this will make more sense to you after you've read the article, of course. But what are some things in there as you're going through? Highlight, mark. Maybe there's some words that you don't understand. Like maybe you've never heard this word here, STEM. That's a pretty big word out there in the world. And there's a lot of careers in the STEM fields. And so as you're going through, remember you're writing a response. So what are your thoughts? Maybe you found something that caught your interest, maybe something you thought was confusing, something that you thought didn't make any sense. Maybe you want to respond to that. But if you have trouble with coming up with a way to respond to it, these questions will definitely help you out. So you can start here. So what are your thoughts about this program? Do you think that that's, explain your thoughts. Did something in the article surprise or excite you? If it didn't, don't use this question. Maybe there's something in this article that instead of excited you, maybe it was something you thought was just weird. Pick a word or line from the article and respond to it. Personally, if I was responding to this, I would probably come back up to this right here and respond to this in here where it talks about how they can get careers right out of high school, not necessarily having to attend a 4-year college or anything like that, which is kind of interesting. Discuss a move made by the writer in this piece that you think is good or interesting. So maybe there was something that the writer did well, not necessarily the topic of the article, but something the writer did well. Take a few minutes, jot down some things on that. But again, you don't have to use these questions. If there's another way you want to respond to it, that's fine. Just make sure, just like you have in your directions, we want about a half-page reflection, roughly 1 to 2 good paragraphs, just with your response to this article. If you do it on Google Classroom, type it in that blank Google Doc, turn it in. If you do not do it in Google Classroom, then make sure you do it on a piece of paper that can easily be turned in. Alright, and whatever teacher's in the room, if you can just stop this video once it ends and give students a few minutes to work on this. You may not have enough time to finish this today. We'll try to have more time later in the week, but you do need to make sure you're using your time wisely, because this won't be something that after this week anyway, that we take a whole lot of time working on. This will just be something that you spend a few minutes here and there throughout the week to accomplish.